I buy a bigger bed, do I have more bedroom or less bedroom?
No, but if you go submerged in water, you're not wet because you got water all around you.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do because you're submerged.
You're still wet.
I don't think you are.
So
I don't
what are
think
you?
you're wet until you get out of the water. That's when you're wet.
My name is Billy and I am silly.
Ooh, I am up.
We are the class
That's S1.
We
We have lots of fun. We are a beautiful class.
Oh no, Jack a burger.
A chicken burger. And on that note, what is happening, ladies and gents? And welcome to another episode of Have a Chat with Ray and Stat. I am Ray, and Stat's not here.
You gotta edit that out, bro.
No, we're gonna keep that.
No, we're
bro.
gonna
Don't
keep
you worry.
that. That's hectic.
Wait, did they hear me?
What, saying chicken burger?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Well, I said it too. Like,
Well, we love
different
Clayton.
burgers.
Clayton, sponsor us, please.
Clayton's the best. We love you, Clayton. Yeah, welcome, boys. Welcome to another episode.
So then,
Stato was meant to show up, 2 hours ago? And he's still not here.
Fake fan.
So we're doing this without him.
have a
Yeah.
chat.
But that's all right because, ladies and gents, today we have Michael Hanna. Michael, how are you?
Hello, very good. LinkedIn. .com.au/Michael Hanna 1768, I believe.
Very random.
So you can connect with me there. I'll be keen to hear about your professional experience.
You just took this way down, bro.
that was very annoying to hear.
And we have next to us Andrew.
That
Andrew,
was
what's
so
happening, bro?
annoying, bro. That was so annoying. Hello.
What's happening, bro?
That's all you get from me. I won't take us downhill further.
And
Yeah,
next to him, making his triumphant return since episode 3, bro.
It's been a minute.
It's been a
Oh.
minute,
It's been a
cousin.
long time.
Yeah, he was one of our OGs, bro.
Yeah, one of the first.
Episode 3.
Welcome. Oh, maybe episode 2.
I think it's episode 2.
Episode 2, even
It's been
earlier.
a long time.
Welcome back, Ryan.
Thank you, sir.
It's good to have you back.
Good to be back.
It's good to have you, boys.
Thanks.
It's not good to not have Stat, but
I can't wait till
Yeah.
he comes here. I'm gonna abuse him.
It's,
I'm actually
it's
gonna
just
use
fake friends, you don't, like they say one thing to you, but then like they don't actually.
bro, we
fulfill
lost
it.
both of our podcast hosts tonight. We lost Stat and we lost Goose.
Is this?
I don't know what
a
happened.
host?
What's wrong with Goose?
Yeah, he's one of our regulars.
What's wrong with Goose?
Oh.
I don't know. He just couldn't make it tonight.
Oh,
But he's still repping. He's
Tell him
wearing
to.
his Have a Chat production shirt. So
Miss you, Goose.
I miss you, Goose.
Can't say the same because you're not here. What do you mean? I can't.
So you don't miss him.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Because you would have been here.
There's now beef with.
so then
Yep.
if you can-
I always start. So over the last week, I started unnecessary beef. So about 14. Wait for it. Wait for it. 14 seconds ago because I quit it because it was wrong. Now it's right. It was actually 14 seconds ago now. I started beef with
so
Goose.
much.
Well, I
and
swear
then-
we waited less than 14, but
Yeah. Anyway, and then last Wednesday, I just told Nat I despise his blue G-Shock.
oh
Yeah,
yes,
what is it? Aqua blue? Is it?
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
talk about his,
Yeah.
his blue G
I'm convinced that all the social media posts about Gaza and Palestine are what's ending the war.
No, you know what?
Because if
So,
that many
you know-
people are putting up posts, bro, it's got to end the war.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you know what does it? The car stickers.
Absolutely. And that I
Wow.
was about to say that.
Yeah,
Very, very good.
Yeah.
I spoke with Prime Minister Netanyahu, and he essentially, I'm not big. That's
I guarantee he's the only person in this whole situation that actually knows the guy's name. All
Yeah.
these
No,
people that put
Benjamin.
stuff
What
up,
do you
they
mean?
don't know
I had
his
to
name.
me and
register
Benjamin
that
go
for a
way
second.
back.
or is it president?
Big Benny.
One of them.
Yeah.
Anyway, and he told me, he said in Condell Park there's a straight piped Corolla with a body kit, 2003, and on the back of it, I'm being dead set, it's on Addy.
Hey, you just dropped my
I
Addy,
dropped-
bro.
No, that's not your Addy. Well, you just dropped your own. You just confessed that it's your Addy. That's what
You stopped yourself from saying it's on. It's on.
then you screwed yourself.
It doesn't
Anyway.
matter. Come over.
Okay. And it has this big sticker on the back of it. It says "Stand up for Palestine," but the bloke when he's driving, he's sitting down. Alright?
You know, I've seen that one. It's
But-
everywhere.
But
Bro,
the thing
there's
is,
two of them.
Netanyahu, when I was talking to him on the phone last week, he goes, "We saw that, and we've withdrawn." And in fact, they've withdrawn and they've left Israel now. So
Good on them.
they're just going to scatter. And I think the Gazans are going to take the whole, from as they've been like. From
They said, "Please take your land back."
Yeah.
yeah.
So it worked.
I think that when you say stuff on social media, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
It really does.
It's like when Black Lives Matters happened.
Bro, people didn't even realize
I
what that
don't know.
was.
I just had a strong.
Yeah, the Black Lives Matter thing. That ended
Yeah,
up being
there we go. You did it too.
that ended up being a big scam.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ended up being a
spent all
big
their
scam.
money. Yeah.
They funneled money to themselves. Yeah, I followed that. I watched the doco on it.
Yeah, did you see the doco? They full on funneled money to themselves and everything.
Crazy.
It didn't go to black people at all.
Where'd it go to?
Them building their houses.
Like 5 people.
And like
Yeah.
prostitution and
All
gambling.
the donations just went to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Talking to the mic.
I can't, bro. It's
There
like
we go.
My face.
There we
Oh,
go.
I
That's
can
beautiful.
I need to
hear
move it
more
back.
now.
Yeah, move it back. Or move the mic down.
Hey,
Like
did you hear about
No, like this part. Yeah. There you go.
Oh,
And then push
praise
up.
Allah.
There we go.
Good.
Yeah, sorry.
I just thought of something I watched like literally yesterday. Are you keeping up with Canadian politics by any chance? I don't. probably
Definitely
I
not.
don't see why I would.
I do not like Canadians.
So Justin Trudeau is like their
Yeah,
PM,
he's a
right?
scumbag.
He's been he's served it's his second, he's wrapping up his second term. Anyway, he's just tried to pass a bill called MAID. I forgot what it stands for, but they have a bill in Canada. I don't know if it's here, where there is assisted death only in the case of, like, say someone's they can make no full recovery. They can't even make a recovery. They're in a coma permanently, and they're in tons of pain, and you can choose to shut off their life support.
How do you know they're
right?
in tons of pain if they're in a coma?
Yeah, Anya, that's good preaching, bro.
Bro,
Blake's
Michael
having
just
a nap.
glitched.
Blake,
He's glitching right now.
1 second.
what if he's just having a nap?
That's like saying, how do you know you love sleep if you're not even like you're asleep? How can you know you love it?
Because of the feeling it gives.
I'm
me
asleep.
when I-
You don't feel because you're asleep. You're unconscious. How can you feel?
What are you
Exactly.
talking
Anyway,
about?
the point is, you can, like people that say, "Oh, I love my sleep."
Yeah.
Well, how do you know that?
Yeah.
What is
You're
wrong
asleep.
with
You're unconscious. How can you know you
What
love it?
is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Anyway, so they passed this bill. They're trying to pass this bill, sorry, that extends that to mental illness and poverty.
Oh my goodness.
So you can go and say, "Hello,
Poverty.
Mr.
Hold on,
Trudeau."
hold on,
Yeah,
hold
So
on.
homeless,
yeah, yeah.
like,
Yeah, so you can go, "Hello, Mr. Trudeau, I am living on food stamps," and he'll be like,
kill me now.
"Lethal injection?" Yeah,
I don't think.
and you can just go die. You can literally just go die, and it's
What is
subsidized
this
by the
world
government.
coming
I
to?
don't think he's the one that does it though. I think they need to
It's
get.
actually
He
yeah,
personally rocks up with the
he
needle.
rocks up with every single one. He writes a list down.
but they just
This is
they're
so
trying
bad,
to pass
bro.
it, and then it also extends to mental illness. So if you go,
That's sad.
obviously
depressed.
depression is real, whatever. But if some
Yeah.
bloke say you get misdiagnosed, which happens often, because you just go to the doctor, you go, "Wow, me sad, right?" And he goes, "All right, take these pills, lad."
Pill, yeah.
And he goes, "Oh."
Go kill.
Oh,
So we're
Kill yourself.
assisting
go
suicide.
talk to the nurse
Yeah,
in the
So
back.
that's
mate. She'll
basically
sort
what's
you
going
out.
on now.
It's just murder.
So over the last 10, 15, 20 years, there's been a massive increase in support for people dealing with depression and anxiety and those that want to commit suicide. There's been a lot of support for that. But now we've gotten to the point of let's support them by killing them
Yeah,
and helping them suicide.
depopulation.
This is disgusting, bro. What's our world coming to?
Yeah,
It's a mess.
Literally a way to send them straight to hell.
It's a mess,
It's
bro.
so sad.
Yep.
It's a mess.
it's like, oh, hey, you're not doing too well financially right now. If you want, there's a room around the back where you can just, move on and face your divine appointment.
That's no good, bro.
That's
So
crazy.
sad.
And then when
Alright,
they
let's talk about
This got very
Sorry.
depressing. This got
sorry.
So hold
sorry.
on. If you're tired and you need to sleep, is that an excuse as well? Like
No, because that's not they were unless the doctor's dodgy.
Yeah.
like, he probably won't diagnose you with depression. Yeah, no, I don't think that.
Well, listen. If they're not going to help you with your sleep apnea, I'll give you something that will help you stay awake,
sponsorship.
brother. Magic Mind,
Ding,
ladies
ding,
and
ding.
gents. Magic Mind is our sponsor. They are a great company. They're phenomenal. They're elixir shots, right? They're filled with matcha. They're filled with what else they got? Nootropics, adaptogens, immunity. They got like mushrooms in them. They're phenomenal stuff, boys.
What kind of mushrooms?
I don't know, but
I hope
it's phenomenal stuff.
Good
What I
mushrooms, I
do,
hope. I
listen,
hope.
listen, what I do with this stuff is I get my morning coffee. I love my morning coffee. Take this shot while I'm drinking my morning coffee.
You do both.
Yeah. And then
Oh, more
keeps me
caffeine.
going for the day, bro. I don't need to take that
You
second.
know,
or
that actually
that
sounds
third
pretty
coffee.
good.
What's your
It's
morning
pretty good,
coffee?
bro. Cappuccino. Double shot.
Very good. Oh,
Should we crack it
double.
open?
Yeah, always.
What's wrong
Double.
with
This
you?
also has caffeine in it, but
Yes, it does. But it keeps you going for the rest of the day. So you don't have to take that second double shot coffee. You know what I'm saying?
oh my goodness.
So, ladies and gents, Magic Mind's going to hook us up. They're going to hook you up, actually. They're going to give you up to 75% off on an order.
Wow.
All you need to do is type in have a chat 20 into the code thing on checkout. Yeah, and they'll give you a discount. Otherwise, it's right here. How good's that? It's somewhere. Joseph's put it up. Oh, it's at the bottom. Look at that. See, it's right there.
He's right there.
It's there. Ladies and gents, either do that or just click the link in the description. It will take you straight there. You'll get your discount and you'll get your set of Magic Mind today. What do you reckon, boys?
We're going to try it.
Go for it.
We were just talking amongst ourselves while you were...
We want to try it.
Give it a shot, boys.
Wait, so is it a shot? Is it a shot?
Yeah, it's a shot.
You did not even cheese me
it's a shot.
properly,
Okay.
but that's okay.
It's a shot. Go for it.
Go on, you boys.
The whole
go
thing.
first.
Go.
It's a shot, bro. Why are you sipping it?
Now, for a health shot,
that's
it should
actually
taste very bad.
That's
actually not
immunity
bad.
booster shots are generally very bad.
It starts off nice, like on the top, like it's like you feel it's sweet, and it's just a bit
And that little
got
burn
that,
at the end.
Still, like
It's like that tropical bitter taste at the end.
Yeah. See what I mean by like
It's
the
still
sour
nice.
apple thing?
I think it's okay.
It doesn't last long, that bitter taste.
It's actually pretty good after you get past the
Get
first.
past that. Yeah.
The first like shock to the
Yeah.
system. Well, ladies and gents,
very good.
why don't you
That's
get a
very
shock to
nice.
the system?
I would
Get yourself some Magic Mind.
75% off, you said.
75% off.
That
bro.
is
on like
silly.
a month's worth. Bro.
That's very silly.
Yeah, a month's worth of it. Give it a shot, ladies and gents, and give it a shot. Well, there you go. That's good. Listen, ladies and gents, give it a shot. Be nice to Magic Mind because they've been so nice to us. Shout out to them and their team, and
Thank you.
maybe it'll fix up the sleep issues.
But it's caffeine.
Exactly, it keeps you awake.
If I buy a bigger bed, I've posed this question to multiple philosophers.
Oh, here
and
we
I've-
go.
And I've,
Here we go.
I've had,
Wait, what do you sleep in
No,
right
let me
now?
hear it.
What do you sleep in right now?
What do I sleep in?
Yeah, like how big's the bed?
Oh, it's a queen.
It's a queen. Okay, good size.
Thank you. Is that a compliment?
Yeah, because let me tell you, I've seen people sleep in king singles all their lives. I've never slept in less than a queen.
You know what? Good for you.
Me too.
Yeah, it's good for you.
It's very good.
Yeah.
So I've posed this question to maybe 3 philosophers, and they've been null in their response. And the question is, stop smiling at me. If I buy a bigger bedroom, if I buy a bigger bed, do I have more bedroom or less bedroom?
I hate this guy so much.
I hate
That
this
is a
question.
great
That's a
question.
good question.
You answer it, go. You don't have a PhD.
I have
What
more
colour is your
bed
PhD?
space room, but I have less bedroom together.
You're on the right track.
You have less
No,
room.
I am right.
You have
There's no track.
okay. You have less room because of your bed.
That's literally what I said.
Yeah, but you have more bedroom.
I'm not answering this question
Why not?
because
You have a bachelor's
I'll just
degree.
sound dumb.
Okay,
Okay, let me ask you this one then.
go on.
Come on, bro.
Why is it that I have fingertips, but I don't have toe tips?
You do, but we just call
You
them.
do.
No. But I can tiptoe, but I can't finger toe
Finger toe.
No.
or tip finger.
Tip finger.
See what I'm saying?
You can if you had extremely strong fingers. True.
Bro,
See?
if I punch myself
Mm.
and it hurts, am I strong or weak? You don't know. How can you tell?
Funny.
That's a good one.
It is. It's see.
It is.
You're on another level.
These are the important questions.
Freud.
These are the questions
life.
that people aren't willing to ask.
We're willing to tackle it head on and just face it as it is.
These
into
are
the
the
fray.
these are the hard topics.
We're
These are the
playing
hard
hardball.
topics.
Yeah.
Yes. This is the type of stuff you get with Have a Chat with Ray and Stat without the stat.
What?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
I hope he watches this back, and I
Yeah.
want him to know. I want
Wait.
to look at him.
Yeah, Michael, give him a message that we're both
This is a
extremely
message
disappointed.
to have a
No,
chat.
no, wait. I need to make sure this is out of the way so
Oh,
that we
sorry.
can get your full go for
Expression.
it.
Go.
You know what? Can I just play a voicemail I left my mate that really relates to this? I hope you can hear. Let me know if it's not clear. But my mate actually sent me this voicemail I left him. So please bear with me. WhatsApp is being a little bit silly.
6 hours and 37 minutes to call me back. I don't get a call back. I call you back. It didn't ring out. You hung up on me. So, all right. No, you know what? No problem. What? Of course. Like, oh, you're busy. Well, how can I possibly question the fact that, Mick, you don't reach out to me, you don't try to organise things. Don't worry, you know what? All good, take care, have a nice life.
Wait, it's not done. It's not done. Hold on.
there.
Listen. One sec.
Yeah, have a nice life. Message me, that once every 43 weeks when you heck, ball got nothing, no one else to see, nothing else to do. Maybe even if when you need something, just use me as that spare tool and chuck me back right in your asbestos shed.
Wait, you missed the good part. That was pretty good for me. The one right after that.
Just use me as that spare tool and chuck me back right in your asbestos shed. As you galvanise your front gate and fill up your car with E10 because you're uninformed. Anyway.
So that's the net.
How do you come up with that kind of stuff? You're so fried.
Do you sit back and like practice this, or is this something that
No, that's on the fly.
that's
you
ridiculous?
should-
He
you
comes
should
up with this
see me.
stuff like on the
Michael's very
spot, bro.
creative
He's so
on the spot.
creative.
It's unbelievable.
You should see me when it's just me and my grasshopper in my room. I tweak on the bloke. Like, he probably thinks I'm a lunatic. But when I have conversations
You
with
have a grasshopper.
yeah.
What is happening?
What? You
Why
know?
is there a grasshopper
You have
in
a
your
grasshopper.
Well, it's a funny story that we'll get into another time. No, I'd have a grasshopper.
Okay. Does this work for you like in normal life as well? Or is it just for comedy?
Well, it does. No, not just for
does,
comedy.
Yeah,
but
like does this stuff work for you? Like if you're trying to witness to someone, for example, like can you think on the fly like this, or is this just something that is?
That's a great question, Ray.
Yeah.
You can.
I can. I think I can. I think earlier on, I definitely couldn't because I just wasn't familiar with like the common objections to.
Okay, but hold on.
Belief in a God or
If it's
whatever.
a common objection thing, or like you need to study up. How'd you study up on that guy's galvanized shed?
Wow, you're asking great questions.
See what I'm saying? So
This
like
is why you're
you
the
can
host.
Think, okay, so you can think very quickly on the fly
Yeah,
there.
right. Yep.
Can you do the same thing when it comes to witnessing to
Yes,
someone?
I think so.
Okay, why?
I think.
How do you develop that skill?
How do you develop that skill? I think it doesn't come by not doing anything. So an action is required, and I think that action is actually studying it. Because the Bible says, look, here's the thing. Sorry, let me back up a little bit. I am quite funny.
Yes.
Probably top 3 in Sydney. I know JBK John Bernard, he gets his stuff from the
That's
Army's
humble.
ghostwriter.
You're
But
top 1 in this room by
thank you.
far.
Oh, light work, bro, get out of here. Anyway. What was I saying?
You're very funny.
Yeah, you're
course.
top one. You're
Sorry.
number one. Yes.
While I'm very funny, I also take that side of things very seriously, right? And so when it comes to giving a reason for the hope that is within us, as Paul writes, I think that's very important. And when he tells, when he writes like come, let us sit and reason, and I think there's a solace and a comfort in the fact that what we believe in isn't a blind, non-evidence based faith, but rather it's evidence based.
Okay,
And-
so you're doing a lot of study.
and yeah, and so that there are reasons and ways to rationalize your belief.
Okay, so then let's break it down, because this actually become a massive topic at church at the moment with the teenagers, with Mission Sunday that just happened last week. We're talking a lot more about witnessing and how to talk to people about Christ. So very first step that changed you was you studied more.
Yeah, so I think a common thing that happens in the church, specifically or in particular, if you grow up in the church, is you start having doubts, and sometimes when you start having like these severe or more sincere, deeper doubts, oftentimes you're too scared to bring up those doubts. And that could be for a couple of things, but one of the most common reasons I've heard in my time, like sharing with people and seeing what they think, is they're scared of the way that Christians might treat them or respond to them if they question their belief.
Okay.
And so I think growing up, I had my doubts, and I took a route where I wanted to objectively look at the evidence for everything, and not just hear what we had to say about other belief systems, but rather hear what they have to say and their proof to back it up from their perspective.
I think that's a big thing, right? A lot of people just don't listen. Like we think, oh, we've got to share this thing and that's it, Ryan, what about you, bro? Like, do you find the same thing as him? Was it a lot of study that needed to go into it, or was it just a lifestyle thing that you were just naturally good at, talking to people?
No, I'm like an introvert. So
Yeah.
like I don't want to, go out and, talk to random people. But once I start to know something and I study something, then it becomes way easier. Like to actually have an answer. So if someone asks you a question, you need to have an answer. And it becomes easier that way.
Well, there's a reason he says study to show yourself approved unto God in
Exactly.
Timothy. What about you, Andrew?
Yeah, obviously, I've been speaking to Michael a lot recently about witnessing and things that have happened to me, and also he's been telling me how he's preaching to people at work and stuff. But yeah, a huge part of it is staying on top of your Bible study, and also not limiting yourself to just that, but look at other people's approaches on like YouTube or whatever, or like listen to sermons, and that's very helpful. I found that watching someone witness to other people in the form of video is helpful to me, but other people might be different. Other people might just be like reading or like taking like lessons. Who knows? Everyone's different.
There's no wrong way to do it, right? Like,
Yeah.
I grew up with a dad that was very strict and very what's the word? Very practical, in that he wanted to make sure I knew how to witness to anyone and everyone at like age 6. So from age 6, I was watching YouTube videos on how to witness, and he was giving me tracks and making me read them back to front. He was making me do, and at the time I hated them, and even now I think, what is wrong with him? Like, why would he make me do that? But I found that it made me so much more prepped than ever before. And I think the big thing is, and I think the thing you were getting at, is it gives a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
Because I'm naturally an introvert.
Yeah.
No,
I hate talking to new people. I hate approaching new people. Might not seem that way. I can't stand it. I still do the 1, 2, 3 rule.
What's that?
What's that?
you count yourself in.
Yeah. I see a new person and I count myself in. 1, 2, 3.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing? I'm Ray. Nice to meet you. I still do that to this day. I'm 26 years old and I need a count in.
What does that help you with? What do you count yourself in?
Because then I have no choice but to go and say hi.
You know, if you were in Canada, they would offer you that.
It's because of the mental problems. No, because it gives me no choice. I have to go and talk to them.
That's good.
But it gives that confidence. And I think the big thing that stops people from witnessing is confidence.
Yeah.
100%.
Because they're scared, oh, what if they ask me a question that I don't know the answer to?
Yeah.
It is not wrong to say,
Yeah.
I don't know, I'll get back to you.
No,
just
not at all.
on that, the way that I actually approach it is not in a way where you're trying to instigate an argument,
That's a big
Yeah.
but
point.
trying to understand their worldview.
Yeah.
And so the way that I introduce it is as simple as, hey, do you believe in God, or do you have like a religious background? And then if they say, last week I had a guy say to me, absolutely not. He goes, he said, I'm a staunch atheist. I go, oh, I'll be so keen to hear about that. Why? What are your reasons for not believing in God? And it came down to actually be experience with other Christians and how they treated him in his Catholic high school.
So it's about validating what they believe, their experience, to bring in what you believe.
Yeah. But
Too
also
many
I'm
people shut them
curious.
down. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious to know, right? Because if you're not challenging your beliefs and worldview, and if you stay in this show of like, I'm not going to speak to this guy because he seems intellectually capable to put up a fight against me or something. It's not about winning an argument.
Yeah.
So long as you know what you believe, you're firm in your foundation, and so long as there's some sort of mention of the gospel in that, let God do the work. Just get the message of the cross out there, because no one's heart is hard enough for us to know, at least, for it to not. We know that God's word doesn't return void once it goes out.
100%. I think the big thing he also mentioned there is something your dad taught me that changed my life when it came to witnessing to people and talking to people, is it's relationship building.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Bro, it's about building relation. Why would anyone care what I have to say to them about one of the most important factor of life
Yeah.
if I don't care for them as a person? I'm
Be
not
friendly.
willing. I'm not willing to take them out for a coffee or hang out with them, go watch
Yeah.
a movie with them, take them to the footy or whatever. Like, it's about relationship building. And when they see how much you care, they'll care about what you have to say.
Exactly.
It's just day to day. Like for example, I've got a mate in my previous job like I didn't speak to him about God at all for like maybe a few months. I was getting really like getting to know the bloke, like know how he thinks, like he's generally a very nice person. Like if you met him, you'd be like, this guy's actually like nice. Like as a Christian meeting him, I was like, this guy's strangely like he would be a good Christian. You know when you meet people like that and they're not Christian, and you're like, you would be a good Christian. So yeah, and then I only maybe like the start of this year I preached to him for the first time in like 2 years. But he was aware that I went to church, and I told him what I believed back when I was working with him, and he would just like laugh and be like, haha, I'm actually Muslim. But he's not. He doesn't believe in anything. He just kept cracking jokes at me here and there about me being a Christian, which I was like, well, whatever, it's fine.
What are you gonna do today? Go to church?
Yeah, literally. Yeah, like he would always crack jokes at me like that, and I'm like, oh, whatever, it's fine. But you'll know one day why. And so I preached to him, and the whole time I'm preaching to him with like my intention is love. Literally, I love him and I care for his soul. Yeah, that was bad.
That was a big one.
Turned into Ray for a sec there.
Oh,
sorry. Ray, give my voice back. All right.
but it's love.
Yeah, it's
That's a
coming from a
massive
place
factor,
of love,
bro.
man.
It's got to be love, man. If it's not love, we're wasting our time.
Exactly.
You're like you said, just trying to win
It
an
becomes an
argument.
ego thing if it's not.
It's
love.
an ego thing. It's a pride thing. It's I can win this argument. I'm smarter than you. I know more than you.
I don't care about myself. Like I'm doing this for you.
That's it.
Yeah, I told him. I literally say to him, I care for your soul, man. I'm not telling you this because I'm trying to trick you into something. And I said to him, well, what do you think I have to gain from telling you this? And then he just like looked at me a bit, and he just like smiled, because you know when someone's uncomfortable and they start smiling because they don't know how to react. So I could tell he was uncomfortable. And then at the end of it, I was like, what do you think? Like I showed him the verse that says, for the wages of sin is death, and blah, blah, blah. And then he said, I said to him, what does wages mean? He's like, not too sure. I'm like, wages what? It's like, what do you receive? You receive a wage, don't you? When you work? He's like, oh, payment. I'm like, yeah. And then from there I gave him the rest of it, and then he just went home. I said to him, I prayed with him, and that's it. He went home. So now to this day, I've planted the seed. I don't know if he's thought about it since then, but yeah, I'm interested to bring it up with him again when he comes back to Australia.
And that's your job, bro, because you never know what God's done after that.
Yeah, I don't know if he thinks about it still. Sometimes I wonder. I'm like, I wonder if he's thought about it since I've spoken to him.
And I think that's just the important part of it, bro. It's just doing it. Show someone you care about them. Show someone you love them.
Also,
just go.
I was extremely nervous to bring it up to him before that. Like,
okay, let me ask you.
Confidence.
Why?
Confidence, what we were saying before.
Confidence.
And I'm an introvert also.
Then after you presented it to him.
After I said it to him, I was fine. I was like, whatever.
Bro.
It's gone. The feeling's gone.
That's it.
It's just the initial, like, what do you think about this?
Yeah.
And I don't know why I'm scared. Like, who cares? And then I thought to myself, who cares? And then recently, again, happened at work. I'm not going to go into the whole story again. But I wasn't nervous at all this time, because I'm starting to get more experience in it. So that's good.
Bro, it's about getting those reps in. I always say that. It's just go do it. Go say, hey, Jesus loves you. Hey, bro, have you ever heard about this? You know, what you do on the weekend? Oh, I went to church. You go to church? Yeah, bro, you know, God changed my life. Boom. Yeah. Like, it's just about getting those reps in. I always think of it for myself, always looking for an excuse.
Yeah.
I always look for an excuse to bring it up.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've become that annoying guy that is constantly talking about Christianity, but like you said, who cares?
Yeah, who cares? You're not doing it for a wrong intention.
So just get over that confidence thing, man, and just go for it.
Yeah, I think there's also an element of like time and place.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
If it's at the risk, like if it's getting to a point where this person you're trying with, it's getting to a point
start
where
hating you,
argumentative and it's damaging to the relationship, just back off for a while.
Take it
and
easy.
rather pray, right? And so I guess yesterday, all the train lines were completely buckled and I couldn't get home. So I had to bus it to Winston Hills, Uber to my brother's office in Para. Then my fiance picks me up and takes me home.
Hey, if you went to Winston Hills, tell me, I'll pick you up. It's down the road.
Yeah, happened. It's hard, you know what I mean? Happened. Anyway.
Went all the way to Winston Hills and then to Para.
The bus I caught was my counterpart, the guy that manages with me, and we manage our teams together. And he wasn't raised in a religious household. They didn't really believe in anything, but they were just taught like to be very skeptical of every worldview.
Yeah.
And so this guy, he's like 35 roughly. He's very well thought out. I knew he was a very articulate guy. He's smart. So I thought I go, what do you believe in? Like, do you believe in God? That's how I opened it. Do you believe in God? Do you believe like there's just maybe a God? There's no God? And the questions he posed were ones of like, the more well thought out, I guess, agnostic type people. And you could tell he's put some thought into it. Generally speaking, right, you present the moral argument of there's good, there's objective
Good,
right and
evil.
wrong,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And people haven't thought about that, and they haven't thought about the historicity of the Bible, the evidence of the crucifixion, resurrection. Sorry, but he was more thought out in that the questions he was posing were like, no one was there at the start, therefore you can't be certain what force it was that created everything, which I think is a valid thing to ask, but then you got to take it a step further and actually look into it, right? But his whole thing was, who knows? What if it was a computer? What if it was an alien planet? Like no one was there to know who snapped everything into existence. And then it was more of the common ones like all these faiths in the world. You're claiming yours is right, everyone's wrong.
Yeah.
This Bible that's been written thousands of years ago, how do you know you're reading it with the perspective they had? What if they interpreted what they wrote completely differently to like compared to the way that we know, right? And they're good questions. And oftentimes you get a bit stumped and you get a bit taken aback, right? And you're like, oh, like if you have a shaky foundation, you get really challenged, and sometimes you get a bit worried when you go home. But I presented him like with a series of reasons, like logical steps to run through that can determine this as truth, and without going into it, it was good. It was like an exchange. It was a bit circular. I didn't really have a gotcha moment as I generally do with people, but it was good. It got him thinking a bit about his worldview, and he got me thinking a bit. But me thinking a bit doesn't mean that I was like, oh, God might not exist, right? But that's why it's always good to have these discussions. It wasn't an argument. It was just a back and forth of what we thought.
But that's another thing, right? It's good to disagree with people. We're in a society right now where everyone says it's not good to disagree with anyone. You can't disagree.
Everyone can have their own truth.
Yeah, and you're not allowed to disagree.
Truth is subjective now,
yeah, it's so weird. But it's okay to disagree with people. Like if you get caught up in a conversation where the guy ends up disagreeing with you or the girl ends up disagreeing with you, it's a good thing. Okay, you have a disagreement. Talk like people, talk like humans,
Right.
and show them what the Bible says. That's it. Like that's what we believe. Yeah. So, ladies and gents, it's not that difficult. We build it up in our heads big time. Just go for it.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. Know your Bible. Know the basics. Know your testimony, and go.
And also, sorry, just one last thing on this. If you do have doubts, and if you do have questions on like the authenticity of what you believe in and the validity of it, if it's even true, like seek counsel, because I guess the thing I took the most solace and confidence in during that part of my life was the fact that there was evidence that was able to be tested.
Yeah.
And once that was there and irrefutable and was able to form the foundation of my faith, nothing shakes me now.
That's good.
No, there is no argument that can shake you, like once you get to that stage. So I'd encourage you, don't just wallow in your fear of everything's a lie. Actually go and test the evidence as the Bible invites, because God's rational, He's logical, and He's evident, and He can be found.
That's good.
He's so deceptive, bro. He's so funny, but he's so smart.
Yeah, he starts
So
off,
smart.
he
You
starts
know,
off-
you're the one. You know, you're the one of the few people in my life that makes me feel dumb when I sit next to him.
Why?
Because you're very smart.
No, I'm not, bro.
Do you see the words he says, like logical and evidential and all this stuff? Like, bro, use two syllables. What do you need the third and the fourth?
To be honest, sometimes I just use big words to make myself sound more photosynthesis.
Speaking of photosynthesis, did you guys see that Nickelodeon showed the Superbowl?
Nope.
Okay, so Nickelodeon. The photosynthesis is coming.
Okay.
Nickelodeon broadcasted the Super Bowl
Oh, yeah.
with SpongeBob and Patrick as their commentary team.
Like the voice actors of them.
Yeah. No. But SpongeBob and Patrick were on screen.
Like the cartoon.
They put them in like AI suits,
Come on.
and they did the whole thing.
It was very
And Dora the Explorer explained the
That's
rules of the game. So like when the
Why?
penalty
Isn't it
happened,
tailored for like middle-aged married men with 9 kids.
that's probably why they did it, because they wanted more kids to watch the
family
Super Bowl.
time.
Sorry?
It's family time.
No,
It's
it's
family
not. It's game time. That's when the boys come over and you're in your jerseys.
Family time is massive,
Bro.
muscly men tackling each other.
And then they would score touchdowns,
Yeah.
and then fake slime would go onto the field. CGI slime.
Wow. Wait, imagine being an NFL player
Yeah.
and explain, like, imagine we had to describe our jobs not by a title but by what we did. They'd say, I get paid more than you will ever get paid for holding a ball and running at other grown men.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. It was a good Super Bowl. Anyone watch it?
Nope.
No?
No.
No, I didn't watch it. I watched the highlights.
Yeah.
Shut up. I knew you guys. I thought I got past it. I thought I got past
I let it
You got
slide.
No,
But his face
you
got
did
me.
well. Sorry. It was a good Super Bowl, bro.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. Why was it good? Like, it was a good match? Is it a match or is it matches?
It's a game.
A game. What is that? Is that different? To
I
a
don't know,
match?
bro. Americans like to do things different. Like, bro, for some reason, they call themselves world champions.
World.
World.
It's the only country that they played in.
Correct. But they're world champions.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but Patrick Mahomes, really good comeback, really good game. Went into overtime.
Speaking of the Super Bowl,
Talk to me about it.
I didn't watch it.
Okay.
But there was a big controversial thing that happened. Are you guys familiar with the He Gets Us ad?
No.
Jamie,
No.
can you pull that up?
Joe, pull it up on the big screen, buddy.
Thanks, Jamie.
He gets us.
Yeah, so
Put it on the wide
for
shot.
for a little bit of context right before it plays. There's a massive organization. It's actually a conservative Christian organization, and they basically funded this $17 million ad
Beautiful.
to try and push like Christ. But before I say anything more, I want to hear what you guys think. I want to hear what you think about.
Okay, so a conservative.
Well, I feel like
did
this is a trick.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
question
I
or
just
something.
put up he.
Yeah, He Gets
That's
Us.
the first
Okay,
thing.
So it's He Gets Us, and then the Super Bowl ad.
Okay.
Are we gonna have audio?
Yeah. Not in your he is. So
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll take one ear.
I've already seen it.
that first one.
Oh,
Satan, he gets us?
No.
No?
Whoa.
Whoa.
So it's not that
No,
one.
no. So it's He Gets
Oh,
Us.
that's
Super Bowl
that's a
ad.
parody.
Oh, okay.
That's bad.
That's
Them
terrifying, bro. I
teasing
thought
us.
that was it.
That's them teasing Christians.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's You might need to look up Super Bowl ad because
I
He
did.
Gets Us is an.
Oh, is that one? He gets us.
Yeah,
Super
that's the
Bowl.
one. That's the
Okay.
one. That's the one.
All right, let's see this.
Does this show for the people watching?
Yeah, we'll put it in.
So obviously you can see the
Yeah,
buzzwords being ticked.
we're probably gonna have to mute
It's
it.
a
That's
bit.
an abortion clinic.
It's a bit strange.
I get where they're going with it.
Like,
You just wait for the text at the end as well. You can tell, hey, $17 million, and they did all this with AI, generative AI.
Is that generated by
You can
AI?
tell, bro. You can tell.
I thought that would just.
That looks like DALL-E 2 or Midjourney.
this is strange.
Okay. Jesus didn't teach hate. He washed feet.
That's-
Is the conclusion.
Yeah.
So
what
that
are you
played during
thinking?
the Super Bowl.
That played during the Super Bowl. $17 million
okay.
advertisement.
Number 1 point for me. Picture's weird.
Okay.
Imagine I'm trying to approach this from a perspective of a worldly person, right?
Yeah.
Looking at that looked very weird. Like straight off the bat, made me uncomfortable. I don't know why. It was just the images made me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Jesus just washed feet. Like
Yeah.
they could have
It's
said
just- it's
anything
it's
else.
a bit
Yeah.
ambiguous, right?
Anything else.
I feel like here's the thing. On that note, you have to think about the American culture. They're a very Christian culture in their roots. So
Well, not anymore.
yeah, not anymore.
Yeah,
But
they used
most people
Yeah.
have grown up in the Sunday school world, so they know the Jesus washing feet thing. So that I completely get what you're saying, though. It's
Yeah.
weird.
It just
It's a
looks weird visually.
It's a very weird take to push.
yeah.
Like if you're spending $17 million on 125 million people watching something, is that the most effective thing? Now, in saying that, they chose to go that route. It was effective. It was pretty emotional. But I don't know.
But it seems
Very
to push,
interesting.
It seems to push more on the side of Jesus didn't teach hate, right?
Yeah.
But then
But I think
that's making me think, like, are they pushing on the agenda of like homosexuality, hate, and stuff like that?
who's the organization? Who did it?
Let me, Jamie, can you pull up the name? Ryan, what do you think, finally?
Because before you do, I need to know about the organization before I can
They're
give
actually like a very conservative Christian.
So they're a Christian organization.
Christian organization.
Okay, go.
I think like overall, I didn't think it was that great. I mean, it didn't move me. I watched that. Okay, I'm watching that as a Christian, right? But Jesus didn't only just wash feet. Okay,
Right.
I guess that's a humble sign, right? But
what's Jesus known for?
I get
he wasn't only known for just washing
all right,
feet.
but if you see what they're trying to get at, what they're trying to get at is Christians right now are being attacked night and day for hating people. The narrative is you hate people, Jesus hates people, Jesus hates gays, Jesus hates people of different cultures, backgrounds,
Is that
whatever.
the context of it?
I think so. How I translated it was Christians were never taught to hate. We were taught to be servants and wash feet. No matter who you
people
are,
have that perspective
Yeah.
of us.
no matter who you are, we love you. I think that's what they were trying to get at.
So here's the thing. Whose feet did Jesus wash?
He washed the disciples' feet.
Oh yeah.
Whose
Sorry.
feet are they washing, right?
Yeah.
Those who stand
Yeah.
in opposition
Yeah.
to God's...
Yeah. And the whole point of that Bible story or that presence in scripture was he was trying to teach them to be servants.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so the problem that... So here's the thing. I think there's one side where it's like, that's great. They're
I get
putting
what you're
Jesus-
doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get what you're doing. You're putting
Yeah.
Jesus out there. But then my major issue that I have with it is that the culture dictated the gospel in this case. They portrayed Christ as he didn't teach hate. He washed feet, as if it's you can love Jesus and he affirms your current behavior.
Yeah. That's
See,
what I was getting at.
See,
with
that's
the
where it's
homosexual-
ambiguous.
That's interesting.
That's where it's ambiguous, right? It's are they trying? And I think one of you brought it up before. Are they trying to show that you're cool where you're at? Like we love you,
Yeah.
doesn't matter who you are, or is it we love you despite who you are? That's a big difference and a big factor because Jesus never once approved people's sin. Yeah, he sat with sinners, he ate with sinners, but he never approved their sin.
And he didn't wash sinners' feet. Like,
Yeah.
He sat with
washed his
sinners, but,
disciples' feet.
yeah, but as in, like,
Yeah, like-
Yeah, I
just
get what you're
penitent.
saying, I get what
Yellow line
But
up.
the thing is, when he sat with sinners, they didn't leave unchanged,
Yeah, exactly.
right? And so the problem I have with it is if you're going to present the gospel and the picture of Christ, present it in its totality. Do not paint half the picture that the culture approves of.
Yeah, 100%.
Because the reality is we live in a world that, and we claim to believe in the greatest offense to the rest of the world, that Christ is the only way to heaven. And if you sincerely believe that, it's one thing to say Jesus didn't teach hate. Sure, that's truth, but you're halfway there.
yeah.
He taught you're a sinner, repent or be in eternal separation from him. While I get that some people are uncomfortable with the idea of portraying it as outright as that sounds, that's important. That's the offense of the gospel.
Bro, you could have gone. You just made me think about it. You could have gone a completely other way. Like
Yeah.
they went with the wash feet. Bro, you could have just gone with arms, and there he is.
Just made it.
Close the door, mate. Do you
Close
have
the door,
a
champ.
camera
Don't
that
talk.
points that way? Listen, this is the point where you click off the video and you
Yeah,
put
yeah.
you put a thumbs down. Put a thumbs down. Unsubscribe. You know what? Report the channel.
You know what? Top
In
comment.
fact, send a ChatGPT written complaint to YouTube to delete this channel right now. Because this guy's here.
That's a bit
Alright.
crazy.
Why is ChatGPT doing it?
That's a bit crazy.
Oh, no.
Brethren, and I'm not in the vids.
All right.
No.
Don't-
What ups, what ups?
You stay right
Joe's gonna sort out one of the cameras. Hello,
Ahlan?
what's happening?
Shababs?
What took you so long?
You are 2.5. You are.
This
You were
guy made us stay up.
2
for him.
hours
and
and
a half.
15 minutes late.
Hold on. You smell amazing.
Thank you.
What is that?
Thank you. Cause
That's your dad's perfume, Ryan. I've smelled it.
natural scent.
Is that the leather?
Can you buy me one?
The leather
That's
perfume.
So that's
I'm
not
not
even
even
on
joking.
screen, by
That
the way.
smells so good.
Yeah?
Wait, I have to sniff you when you're on camera.
Yeah, I'm
Bro, I can
waiting for
smell
that.
Bro, you smell
Leave that
so
one, leave
good.
that one.
I'm getting it. I'm actually getting
Can
it.
you get...
The aircon's wafting
very
his
upset
scent
that I'm
around
getting
the
it.
room.
Because I don't want to smell that right now.
Yeah, I don't want to smell him though.
Okay, before
Can
we
you stand
get
outside?
angry with him, he's not on the screen yet. Let Joseph fix that. Let's finish this thing off.
Sorry, yeah.
Like the thing I've got right is you've chosen Jesus wash his feet, Jesus wash his feet, Jesus wash his feet. That's the
Theme.
story you've decided to go with, the theme you've decided to go with. Bro, you could have just as easily gone with Jesus on the cross with his arms stretched out. His arms are stretched out for you. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter who you are. He died on the cross for you. Come to him.
That's
Like,
what I was saying. Like
yeah.
a worldly person looking at that is like, okay,
Yeah, he affirms
Well,
my
then-
behavior, right?
yeah, but
Yeah.
like it means nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's listen. I think that I don't know the organizations. I'd need to look into them. But if they were going from the perspective of we don't care who you are, God loves you, I'm all for it. If they're going from the perspective of we love you no matter who you are and you can do whatever you want, that's when I have the issue.
But I think personally I have an issue regardless.
Okay.
Because I think the culture should never dictate the gospel.
No, I agree with that, but I'm not saying the way I'm thinking of it is
Okay.
culture's not dictating.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Jesus loves you, and that's the message we're trying to show. If that's the message they're trying to show, fair enough. But yeah, culture should never dictate gospel.
Yeah.
Period.
Because if we're simply heralding the truth, right?
Yes,
Present it as it is.
100%. I agree with that.
Don't do this wash feet with this weird ambiguous imagery that almost
And with the
seems like
weird
he
song in the
affirms
background,
that
like a
he
song that's got
affirms
nothing to do
their
with it.
sin.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, he loves you, and,
Yeah.
and people often claim like he loves you just the way you were born, or they'll say he made me this way. It's just the way I'm born. The guy literally says, "Be born again."
Yeah. He says, change who you are.
So just because you have a desire to do a certain thing doesn't make it inherently correct.
No, I agree. Anything else you boys want to add to it?
Thought it was interesting.
Someone that needs to change who they are is this bloke over
Oh,
here.
yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Alan,
Yeah,
Alan,
daylight saving
Alan.
was last October, champ.
It must be the G Shock.
It's that J Shock.
Shock is back. He's here.
J Shock.
Just for context, maybe the best watch of all time. Look at us. Gentlemen, I have to apologize.
Is his mic on, by the way? Because I can't hear him in my head.
You can't hear him.
Okay, yeah. No, I can hear you though.
Yeah, all good, mate.
Don't apologize, honestly.
Gents, I have to apologize.
No, I meant that
No, no,
sarcastically.
yeah,
Apologize.
I am, and I'm profusely apologizing.
Yeah.
Wallahi, my bad. Sorry.
That's okay.
It's that you smell good.
Do I? Thanks, bro. Yeah,
Smell very good.
It's, Paco Rabanne.
What is wrong with this? Like, it feels like it's going downwards, but the camera's straight.
He's weighing the couch down a bit. Like I could talk, yeah.
No, he's right. It was warranted. I'm 2.5
I'm
hours
gonna
late.
absolutely stomp that J Shock after this production.
Listen, you know what?
Listen, you
after careful consideration and being 2.5 hours late, you can take it off my wrist and
Okay.
put it in front of me.
you need to listen to the first 10 minutes of this podcast because he was ripping into your soul.
No, I played a voicemail that's directed at you.
Yeah, you have to wait.
Yeah.
A voicemail I left
Oh, okay.
for someone, and it was really applicable at the time.
Yeah, that's fair. No, that's fair. That's look, it's warranted. It's
Are
fair.
you all right?
I'm good, mate.
You're alive.
Mate, we're still
No
alive
doubt.
and barely breathing.
Old
You know
mate
what I mean?
over here texted you like 37 times. He called you 37
I ended up
times.
getting worried. I was like, I hate him. I am about to close him out of my life. And then I
Fair.
started going, Ya Rabbi, I know, what if he's like, something happened, God forbid. But it's
Look,
good
at the
to say
moment,
you're here.
if I can show you at the moment, I have 74 messages from 8 chats and I've already opened 5. So I had about 130 messages
WhatsApp King.
from like
popular.
14 chats. So I haven't looked at my phone, a couple of missed calls. Yeah, a very last minute meeting turned into something pretty deep. But we're good. And
okay.
it popped up very last second, so my apologies.
Okay, but
Nice.
talking about missed calls, you missed about a bajillion phone calls in the past 2 weeks.
Can I explain myself?
Nah, he's
No,
got a good
please.
reason.
I was
let me
very,
explain.
I
very
don't
angry.
like. Listen, return the call. I'm sorry. I hate it when people do
he's
that.
got a good reason.
it's
He's got a
a
good
good
reason.
You hear this, bloke?
But I
Don't be
was
like this
so
guy.
angry.
You, old mate, don't get me started on
Bro,
you.
our
Bro.
whole family was
Don't get
angry.
me
I
started.
was losing it.
Our whole family was angry at him.
Over the course of like 8 days, I called him and he didn't return one phone call, not one text message. Please explain.
Did it ring?
It rang.
Okay.
I left you
Me
voice
talk?
messages,
Man,
by the way.
alright.
Wait,
So-
monkey explain that.
Okay.
Monkey explain.
Let me actually just like quickly back myself.
Okay, go.
And then I'll monkey explain what I did to solve it. A month ago, I got a text from who Who's my provider? Vodafone. They go, hey, we're shutting down the 3G Volt network. Whatever it's called. Volt, is that right? Anyway, VOLTE. It's like a...
I'm not a cheap guy that uses Vodafone, but continue.
Listen, I've been here for 4 minutes, and I've seen you two go at it for a bit.
Oh, we've actually been pretty good until you got here.
Did you hear that? Dislike this video. Dislike. So the bloke buys 2 houses, 3 houses, whatever, 4 houses.
Get lost, bro. Buys 2, 3 houses. Get lost.
Must be nice.
Preach.
This guy's got more money than all 5 of us on this couch. 4 of us.
Lie.
Oh, I'm going to go and buy 37,000 stocks and make $1 billion.
Let me finish the story and go for it.
Please explain.
I get a message. I go, who is that poor to be on this network? Delete. Close message. Read. No worries. All right. I get a WhatsApp call. Bro, why are you answering your phone? It's not JJ, sorry. It was my brother, Stephen. I go, IDK. And it happened for about 3 days. So I tried to call, and I couldn't make calls. And I go, something wrong. And then I jumped on Vodafone quick chat because I couldn't call him to solve it. So I jumped on the live chat. And I go, what's going on? He goes, look, man, I'm going to be straight out with you. Like, this guy was talking to me. He goes, I'm going to be honest with you. He goes, your phone is so old.
No.
Australia, any provider doesn't support that network anymore.
What phone were you using?
OnePlus Nord 10.
OnePlus.
This is it. My Samsung's at home. I just got to do the smart switch. It takes 4 hours. I'll do it tonight.
Yeah.
It came today. So my service went down. I couldn't think to send out a MMS Facebook invite to everyone saying FYI, because I don't think I'm Prince Charles. I wasn't going to say FYI.
Out of all examples, Prince Charles.
They still use pigeon carriers. That's true. I should have said like Joe Biden. I couldn't tell everyone to say like, hey, call me on WhatsApp or message you on WhatsApp. Anyway, so JJ got really scared. Jonathan Jabul got very scared. Thought I cut him off because I aired all his calls for 3 weeks. And
wait,
so
3 weeks this went for?
Sorry, it's like 2 weeks at this point.
2 weeks.
And
Still, that's a long time.
He messaged me on WhatsApp
It's
saying,
still going.
bro. He messaged me on WhatsApp.
Still got the phone.
Yeah. He messaged me on WhatsApp saying, bro, is everything okay? And then I called him, I explained, and he goes, I genuinely thought you cut me off. And I was like, bro, relax.
Not yet.
I love you. Not yet. But actually, Jumaten. 2 weeks, 2 weeks. No, 2 weeks. And so Ryan was calling me, my mum was calling me, my dad, Carol, and then everyone was getting angry at me. I'm like, it's not my fault that my phone's 10 years old.
Yes, it is. Whose fault would it be?
It is, but it's Australia's fault for not supporting the network. Why wouldn't you want to support something? Support is good.
Yes.
And so now you can't call. Are you trying to call me? It won't ring.
Imagine it rings.
That would. No, I don't know.
Michael.
Michael.
Leave a detailed
Oh, my
message after
voicemail.
the tone.
Yes.
Debs.
When you have
Well,
finished
it is your
calling,
name.
I'll put
you may
you
hang
on.
So now we need the monkey explain.
So Monkey Explain. Monkey Explain. If for those of you who aren't familiar, right? This is my brand. Okay, I'm trying to diversify my reach with Monkey Explain. Monkey Explain is a way in which you can save time and energy, and you can explain things with fewer syllables. For example, that whole story you just heard. Monkey Explain. Monkey Explain. Monkey banana. No work. Suspend. Monkey buy new banana. Other banana turn black too ripe. Buy new banana yellow. Banana good. That's it. That's it. I communicated the same meaning. You get me? But
Too ripe.
I didn't sacrifice.
Too ripe. You can't use it.
Fried.
And so sorry, Ryan. I do apologize. I know you left me a myriad of voicemails that I haven't quite gotten to at this
think I
point because I
left
can't
you
even call my own voice message bank. But I will be able to tomorrow morning.
Well, imagine all the voicemails you're
I
gonna
have
have.
so many. I have.
Oh,
many,
that's gonna be so fun.
Many
to
people were
listen
very
to.
angry at me.
I actually hated you this week for something completely different. I was putting together a history of FBC video for church,
Right.
and I wanted to use this photo of all the boys.
Oh no.
It's a great
I know
photo.
Exactly what you're referring to.
Oh, no.
Is the one where I'm standing at the front?
Yeah, and I couldn't use it because you're holding one of the boys' hands.
No one noticed. No one told me to stop.
AI regeneration.
You guys affirmed me in my wrongdoing.
Of course we did,
Why
but
not
now I
put
need
it?
to use that. I can't use it.
Photoshop my hand. That Andrew's good. Get Andrew to do it.
Your hand is in front of the entire photo. The whole photo is your hand and the boys in the background.
It was pretty good content. It's good content. Coming up this week, I'm buying that a new watch, and I'm curb stomping that Aqua Blue G-Shock. I'm launching that in the bin this evening.
You know, look, like I said, it is warranted. You want to take it off now?
Can I?
Show the camera. Show
I
the
will
camera.
do you. Okay, sorry.
Look at
I'm
it.
taking up so much time in this podcast. Samahni. Forgive me. I have one more thing to say. One more like that. You see that wrist twist right there? Okay.
You've got mental issues, bro.
Oh, I should.
You need to go to Canada.
I shouldn't be in Canada. Anyway, you won't understand that.
No,
You
you're
come
not
on
allowed
time.
to know. No, you're not allowed to know.
You're not allowed to
He's not allowed to know.
Anyway,
Oh,
don't-
He's not allowed to know.
When?
He's not
When
allowed
did
to
I
know.
ask?
Khalas,
I didn't care
khalas.
anyway.
He's not allowed to know. Khalas.
I don't care.
5 months ago, I bought these earphones off AliExpress for like $15.
Oh my goodness.
And I go to Nat, bro, like, there's the earphones for $15. You want me to get you one? He goes, absolutely. I go, what color? He goes, aqua blue. No worries, aqua blue. All right. And so
What is the obsession?
He loves Aqua Blue.
Sue me. I have a preference in color. Sue me.
I got these earphones and I've been waving them in his face via webcam when we do cute video calls with the boys. I show him them, but I never bring it to church, and I've forgotten for 5 months. Tonight, I am very pleased to say
No way.
Wow.
I've brought them.
But
This is
as my
almost like a
punishment for
proposal.
being 2.5 hours late, I don't deserve them.
No, now you swap the watch. That's the whole point.
Ooh.
I'll take it.
Switch the
Aqua
camera.
for Aqua.
Oh yeah, I'll take that.
Right now,
Yeah, right.
are you as element of your
This is
You got a price comparison.
Listen.
Joey, get that up.
bro? After
been fun.
inflation, that's worth 60 cents. He's had it for 90 years. How long have you had it for now? How long?
2 months.
Okay, after inflation, it's $4.
Yeah, right. That's fair.
60,
Give me
not
a bit, crew. Give me a bit.
Go on.
Let's get this on the wide.
Let's Michael open that up for a sec.
Yes. So
Let's
give
get
us
that
your keys. Do you want me
lovely
to do a sales pitch?
that case color out.
You do ASMR.
Stado, try to get into the shot.
Put it in
so
the
that we
mic,
can
put
see
it in
this
the
whole
mic,
thing
put it in
going
the
on,
mic.
bro.
Oh wow.
So annoying.
Can you just throw it over here? But I'm not bothered leading.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, I'll throw it.
Show me this G-Shock, please.
There's the G-Shock. Sorry, I'm just.
Can I see these headphones?
I'm just having my last
Give it a
moments.
kiss.
They kind of suck.
Give it a bizu.
Can't even. I'm not even gonna lie. They kind of suck.
This is
I'm kind of
This
offended.
is easily
filthy.
a present or a toy that a kid will get in a Happy Meal. That's how cheap this is.
First off, disrespectful.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Nat.
Thank you, Michael.
Took me 20 minutes to open them.
That extra security.
Thank you, Michael.
If you can just please pass that along, you can feel free to have a play,
Yeah, sure thing. Thanks, champ.
and then we'll get to this. I won't destroy it.
No, you have to.
I'll hang it up on my wall
This
as a
looks
gesture.
extremely expensive. Here you go.
Andrew, I'm sensing some sarcasm.
That's been waiting for
No,
something
very pricey.
What's this black?
I think that shows the battery.
That shows the battery.
Congratulations, Nathaniel,
How does it look on me?
on your new earphones.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming.
Pull it off.
Now we got a.
Show me Michael Joseph.
No.
Me,
Yes, Nat.
he suits you.
Does it? All right, I'm taking it, man. So,
But here's the problem. Now you're a
program.
guy that wears an aqua blue watch.
oh yeah, no, I would never have that reputation.
That's your reputation now. You're wearing it.
Anyway, so today I got a new watch. The time is 6:73.
Stomp a clock.
673.
Yep. Nat,
Get rid of it.
you know what? Because you actually still rocked up, I won't break this.
Not tonight, at least.
Not tonight, tomorrow.
Cool. Sorry, I can't hear you over my gangster new headphones. Just FYI.
Oh, they actually look good on you.
Thanks, bro.
With the watch,
Because
that would
anything
be-
aqua, anything blue, send them my way, bro. Let's be serious. They look alright, huh? Yeah, it brings out my eyes and my big nose.
If the first song you don't listen to with those is Barbie Girl by Aqua, we're going to have a problem.
Or I'm blue.
You're alright.
Or I'm
Which one?
blue.
Wow.
You know what? That's some good preaching. I'm
Get
gonna
it
have to.
connected. Let's see this quality.
I don't think
What
the
if it-
people can see
already
the
fell out
quality.
of
It
you.
fell out of
What's that
you.
me? That's alright. I only need one to have a good time.
Off to a brilliant start.
That's alright.
Sorry, yeah, that's it from me. That's it from me. I'm not going to keep sharing weed stories. Next time I'll do Monkey Explain to take up less time.
You did Monkey Explain last time.
I should have done it for the
Monkey
for the
Explain.
G-Shock, for the earphones.
That's all good.
Okay. Well, Stella, what's going on, bro? Do you want to talk about anything or you ready to wrap this up and go home?
No. I feel like we're just getting started. How long has it been?
Yeah,
Hour.
that makes
6
one of
hours.
us.
Hour. Guys. It's child's play. How are you, lads?
Okay, do you
I
realize?
miss yous.
Here
It's
we
been a
go,
minute.
here
Do
we
you realize you never get a phone call, you never get a text message until you're doing a podcast? I have about 37. Look at this, bro. What's all this coming from? Only when I do podcasts. When
Yeah.
I'm not, I get nothing.
Yeah, last time I was here when I was recording. Actually, funny story. I was summoned by the Church of England to what was it for? I lost my train of thought. Cut that joke out. I lost my joke. I actually full lost my joke. Don't include that.
It's very bad.
I've never seen that happen
That
to
was
you.
very
So
embarrassing.
what have we covered tonight,
I'm
boys?
fuming.
What have we covered?
You know what? We actually covered a lot of good stuff.
It's good. I'll
Very
try me
good.
quickly with my 2 cents.
Mainly Superbowl.
No, we're not gonna
Yeah, nice.
recap it for
No,
him
oh,
because
yeah,
then
no,
the
you can
people
watch
get
it.
annoyed.
Go watch it.
Go watch it, hey.
Yeah,
Cut
nice,
that
nice.
out. Everything there.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
last,
all
the
of it.
last minute.
You know what? Cut
I
out the
wanna
last hour.
Anyway, this
Cut out
podcast, this episode doesn't really count because you dogged us the whole.
It was just have a chat with Ray, which is still pretty good.
That's not bad.
Thanks,
It's
bro.
still good. Yeah,
It's good.
Why are we
very
angry
enjoyable.
at each other?
You got angry at me.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm so sorry about
I
that.
think, yeah. You know what? I think it's because of my bedroom joke.
I think it's.
You made that sound very bad.
No, so
Do you have more
space,
bedroom or
room.
bed space?
Bed space room
Bed space room.
jokes.
So you know, when you drop soap on the floor, does the
Careful.
soap become dirty
Okay.
or does the floor become clean? Andrew, pause.
You keep doing
You're
it.
fried.
What's wrong with you?
Does the soap become dirty or does the floor become clean?
Okay, let's take it back to the OG then.
Depends what
You
kind.
get dunked in water.
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
Are you wet?
Yes.
Yes.
Or is,
That's a very long pause. That's a very long pause.
Where's the ore?
This guy went
I don't know. I lost my train of thought. I got his disease. I lost it.
Yeah, I've never lost
lost
my
that.
train like that mid joke.
Bro, that hurt. I don't know. Are you wet or is the water wet?
Wow, that was shocking.
Yeah, what is it?
That was shocking.
This is from you.
What it is water wet? That's the question.
No, but if you go submerged in water, you're not wet because you got water all around you.
No, you don't, you
Yes,
imbecile.
you do because you're submerged.
You're still wet.
I don't think you are.
So
I don't
what are
think
you,
you're
water?
wet until you get out of the water. That's when you're wet.
Okay,
No.
define wet. Define wet.
I don't know how to define wet.
Google it.
Jamie,
Can you Google wet definition?
Wet. Okay. Wet definition.
What does it say?
It's a-
Covered or saturated with water or another liquid.
Covered or saturated with water or another liquid. You're covered and surrounded and saturated and submerged. So
It
you're
didn't
wet.
say submerged. It said
Yeah,
saturated.
but submerged is a synonym for saturated in that context.
I don't think it is.
In that context, it is.
Right? Are you trying
Is
to?
submerged a synonym?
The guy is
for
the smartest
saturated?
bloke.
Let me quickly call Dr. William Lane Craig to clarify this.
Flood, inundate, or engulf.
Sir Bartholomew.
Brother Fruit lived
Yeah.
the third.
No, there's no.
Jonathan Cartwheel Fruit lived the third.
Guandil Dungi.
Submerged.
Oh, it is. Oh, Mabruk.
Give me a PhD in every degree because I'm not
Those
normal.
both
1 second.
rhymed.
You know
you
why-
got one
you know
synonym.
why, ladies and gentlemen? It's because I
It's because he had
a
magic mind and I didn't, boys.
it's because I had
It's
a
magic mind and
you know what?
Something's
You're
just switched and
thinking.
put the watch on.
What is it? You're focused thinking, bro.
Bro, that 55 milligrams of caffeine actually got me thinking.
Yeah.
That's why I've had unbelievable wit tonight. That's why I've had unbelievable skill in defining tonight and proving Ray's silly philosophical question to be wildly uninformed. Thank
Wow.
you.
You sound like a news anchor.
Thank you.
Mick, I think you can take my spot on the podcast full time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Everton
you're
over
out,
here.
you're out.
Okay, good. Thank God.
Yeah. We already
Basically did
spoke about
today.
it.
yeah.
Yeah, we already
Hey,
spoke
look,
about
not the first one.
if you do want to see more of me, head on over to LinkedIn, like I said. Search me up. I post once every time I move jobs.
So once every 6 years.
So once, yeah. But you'll be able to see I update it and then it posts and people like it. You can, if you want to like it too, hey, that's
Send
the
them,
nice thing.
send them a pre-filled congrats message.
Yeah, if you want to text me, welcome. Well, you're welcome to.
But he won't
Thank you.
answer.
He won't answer because his phone's too old.
Because his phone has been rejected by society.
Australia cut me off, bro. It's so sad.
An entire country cut you off.
It's one thing. Yeah, it's one thing when the Vodafone live chat agent says to you,
Lol.
"Your phone is too old. You need to get a new one." Brother.
But that's not the first time it's happened to you.
So okay, you want to know my history? I'm doing.
Why
so much
don't you
talking.
Why don't you update your phones?
Okay.
Bro.
Wow, that's a good
Do
question.
you remember when you gave him your phone?
Your
Did I
Note
give
4.
you my phone?
You gave me your
Yeah,
Note
you
4.
get your old. That
I?
was like his first phone or
my
something.
first. So my first phone was a Huawei. It was this big.
Oh yeah,
I remember that.
Please
phone.
waiting.
Please
That
waiting
was
phone.
awesome.
I had two apps. I had WhatsApp, and then I had an app that I had to get because Flappy Bird was too big of a file. It was a substitute for Flappy Bird. It was called Clumsy Bird. And so I had WhatsApp and I had Clumsy Bird, but I couldn't save to gallery the photos in WhatsApp, otherwise my phone would blow up. And there was like 1 gig storage. Anyway, every time I'd restart it, it would say, please waiting. Plural.
Please waiting.
Like, sorry, like an action, like please waiting. Anyway, I ended up, we took it to the front yard and Andrew and I stomped it until it broke because you gave me your Note 4.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, you gave him your.
Yeah, you gifted me your Note 4.
White Note.
I remember.
4.
I'm starting to realize I've done a lot of nice things for you.
Yeah, you really have.
You haven't done anything
Hey,
for
thanks.
me, you dog.
I'm here today and you're about to get 3 million views.
True.
Thank you, Blue G Shock.
Blue headphones.
Yeah, and then I got your Note 4 and then I, in the first week, broke the camera. But it lasted me like 3 years, bro.
Well, Mabruk, bro. I'm happy for you.
And then after that, I had this.
I'm glad hold on, time out. Your phone history has been the please waiting
Yeah, please waiting.
The
broken
Note
camera
4.
Note 4.
and that.
Yeah. There was one worse Huawei before this.
Yeah. He had a.
There was a worse.
rubbish
Sorry, I had an S5 before this.
You've had like 4 phones in the last
Yeah, because my first phone was in
13
year
years.
10. My first phone was in year 10.
year 10. But, bro, get a new phone, buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, it's at home. But again, I didn't even get the new one. I got an Samsung A54.
It's a good phone.
Yeah, I watched Marcus Brownlee's
Yeah, it's a good
phone
phone.
of the year, and I just chose it based on that. If you need like phones, just watch MK. What is it?
Let's get him to sponsor the
MK
podcast.
BHD. No, he does like phone reviews, very
Yeah, he's
detailed, very
phenomenal.
good, and you can make a
You know,
good choice
him
off what he-
and Mr. Who's the Boss. He's
Mr. Who's the Boss. Yeah,
he's very good.
good.
Yeah, but they don't need more advertisement.
Yeah, but you know who does? Magic Mind. 55 milligrams.
But I'm sorry, I drank that. I'm crashing. I'm so tired.
But this
It's because you meant
this
to take
felt amazing.
It's because you meant to take it 3 days in a row.
You know why you're crashing? It's because we waited 5 years for.
I have so much mental clarity right now.
Why'd you guys wait? What happened?
Maybe because you had a meeting with my dad.
So you couldn't have said I'm sorry, but I've got to go because I have a pre-planned, pre-booked event with the Shabebs.
I'll do you one better. Boys running late.
He didn't know. He did do that.
I did do that
He
though.
did do that.
Yeah, 3 hours later. 3 hours.
Still did it.
3 hours later.
But hey, we're here.
Well, yeah,
Better late than never, as they say.
yeah. Okay.
Party don't start till I walk in, as Kesha says.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
And on that note, the party's ending. Ladies and gents, thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Have a Chat with
you.
Ray and Stat.
Thank God.
Follow all these boys on their social medias, except from Michael on LinkedIn
I don't have social. Yeah, LinkedIn.
and Andrew on his stuff.
Yeah, whatever.
Ryan on his stuff. Follow Ryan Music.
Yeah, you can actually.
Yeah, if you want music
Yeah.
lessons, Ryan is the man.
Yes.
True.
Yes.
Yeah, oi.
I
He
teach
taught me
piano
singing
and
lessons
singing.
for 6
Music
months.
lessons. Follow Ryan. What do you teach?
Piano, singing, trumpet, music theory. Yeah, that's about it.
And he loves it.
Big Bang
Teaches
Theory.
kids. He does it all. He's
That's,
good.
Yeah. Good response from everyone. So
Yeah.
it's been good.
That's good.
Ryan
Very
Music.
good.
Follow him on the Instagram and pay him money to teach you stuff.
Yes. I
And
will
unfollow
accept.
me because I turned up very late tonight. So,
Stato.
Yeah, no, don't follow him.
Yo,
always a pleasure.
In fact,
hey,
unfollow
you know
him,
what?
Report him
Thank
on
you.
all
It's,
platforms.
tonight was fun. Thank you, boys.
You know,
Boys,
it-
thank you for coming to our show. Mick, Andrew, Ryan, thanks for coming to our show.
Yeah,
It's been a
it's
great
been-
night.
It's more like have a chat with Michael tonight. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's good.
needle is slowly
good.
ticking to break this G-Shock
I
again.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Like, me too, thank you.
All right. See you, ladies and gents.
See you,
next
crew.
time.
Goodbye.
bye bye.
And scene.
All right, now let's do the real one now.
That was a lot of fun, boys. That was a really